I am Janet Bennett, and just you always see me as a greeter, and I'm tall, and I'm 6'3", so let's get that right off the bat. So looking back over my life, I've been through a lot, and up to this date, I've had 34 surgeries. In my 20s, I went river rafting, and I fell overboard. I almost died. And in my 30s, I had a severe miscarriage when I was 5 months along. Almost lost my life in that. In my 40s, I had open heart surgery, and my aorta almost ruptured. I was getting ready for bladder surgery, and that led to that. Then in my 50s, we decided to do it again. My aorta just about ruptured, and so there was another one. And then in my 60s, I fought cancer. So health-wise, I keep looking at these things that they happen for a reason, and I feel God's hand in all of that. So when somebody said, why or how are you your own worst enemy? I'm thinking I'm not, because I've been through all this. But when I was growing up, I mentioned I'm 6'3". Well, I was taller than my kindergarten teacher, and bullies were really, really, really bad. I was spit on, I was hit, I was drawn on. It was not easy. And my parents always said, stand up straight, be proud of who you are. God made you that way. And you can do that to a point, but then you take it in and you begin to believe these bullies, that you are not good enough, that you are too tall, or you're too this, or you're too that. And I can remember going home from school crying that, I wasn't good enough. And I've had certain people in my life that I looked up to and valued their opinion, that would point out my flaws, that even hit deeper. And one day, I was sitting in CR, and I kind of hit rock bottom, because all these things started building up, and I started really believing them again. At 61, you would think that I would overcome that, but your past is part of who you are. And a verse of John 5:6 came up, and it's a story when Jesus comes and he sees the man laying on the ground, and he knows that he's been there for a long time. And so I am that person. I am that man laying on the ground. And Jesus walked over to the man and he says, do you not want to be healed? And the man said yes, and he took his hand and he was healed. And I was that man, and I felt Jesus come and say, do you want to be healed? And I took his hand, and I tell you what, it's been so refreshing. So from being my own worst enemy to believing what the people were saying, to now realizing that God gave me that hand, and all I had to do is take it. So that's where I'm at, and I'm excited to see.